It's doing what I can't do. Well, HikaruBot is much better than I actually am. Shock. That's a big shock, isn't it? Black. Correct. Okay. Knight to f6. Can you not set up your own position for the first few moves to make it sharper? You could, but yeah. Okay, b3, d5, pretty normal. One elo exactly. Bishop to b2. I mean, I could actually play this opening myself, the first 10 moves. c6. This actually looks like my last match against Buddy Pranav. Is he gonna play like g6 like Buddy or not? No, Mittens plays bishop f5. Very solid move. So what do we got? Bishop f5. We got d4 here. You and the bot are the same person. Not exactly, you guys. I can't quite play at this level. Okay, bishop d3. Somehow this looks... This actually, I've seen this position before, and I know the computers actually give white an advantage, even though objectively to me as a human it feels very, very equal. Castles. All chess players eventually crumble under my mighty paws. I mean, meow. Okay, so bishop d6. Okay, what was the move? It played pawn to c4. Okay, so c4, so castles. Okay, we got knight to c3. Bishop to g6. Queen to c2, all very standard. Now, this is me, I would have traded on g6 immediately, but we get takes. Queen d3, of course. Bishop to b4. Now, this actually looks like a position that I think Gadakamsky and myself had against Magnus with a pawn on a6 and a pawn on h3. Almost an exact transposition, in fact. So wait, so a3. Bishop takes c3. Bishop takes c3. How much juice could a juicer juice if a juice could juice? I don't know. Knight e4, probably bishop. Oh, knight d2, interesting. f5. Okay, we got f3, probably takes, maybe e4 somewhere. Knight c3 as expected. Queen takes c3, of course. Queen f6. We got b4. White's probably a little bit better. Knight b3, knight c5, knight a5 as well. Rook a e8. You're very sociable for a chess player. I try to be, you guys. Ew, f4. That's a very closing the position kind of move. D takes c4. Martin is mean. I heard something about Martin bot as well, but I don't know specifically. Okay, queen e7. Knight to e5. Probably knight f6 and knight e4, trying to go for some kind of bastion. The Martin bot is weakest. I wouldn't know. Probably a6. No, knight e4. Okay. What is a juicer but something that juices juice? Exactly. So queen e7. Rook e7, of course. a4. White's probably a little bit better. Can white win this is a question. Maybe like rook c1. They should have made it disrespectful, HikaruBot. Totally. Rook c7. Rook fc1. Okay, white's trying to play b5, maybe a5, a6, rook d8. There was a donation, yes. I saw some donation, but what's that have to do with anything? Okay, g4. fg4, probably knight takes g4, I assume. And knight takes g4. Yeah, there's no Magnus bot. I assume chess.com will make one because that's what everybody wants at some point, but there's no Magnus bot at the moment, you guys. Okay, so king g2. g5. fg5. And it takes g5. 83 million Magnus bot. Yeah, 80. What you mean? Because that's how much they bought it for? No, they didn't ask me anything about the bot, making it or otherwise. Probably a draw, but white is better here at least. So rook f8, king f8, king f3. The Ninja Juicer, the Ninja Juicer, I've actually seen it. They sell the Ninja Juicer at Costco. If that's what you're referring to. 95 here. Probably 92. I guess not. 96. Will the Magnus bot be better or worse than the Hikaru bot? Who knows? A5. A6. 93, maybe 95. A Magnus bot on chess.com would destroy the Play Magnus app. Never gonna happen. Well, but they bought it, so chess.com can do whatever they want to do at this point. I mean, they bought the whole company, so they could just like shut the app down tomorrow night if they wanted to. Like, I don't know what you guys are implying. Okay, 94, rook g1, of course. Knight to c3. Are we getting another draw? King e1. Okay. Rook to f3. Rook f1. White's still a little bit better. This actually looks like a Magnus game somehow. Yeah, this looks like a Magnus game completely. King f1, king e7. Knight c5. Hikaru missed the one with rook g3. I don't know. Maybe not. King to e2. So knight b4, knight b7, I guess. And knight takes b4. Knight takes b7. White is better here, but I think it's just a draw. e5, king f3. Maybe it's not a draw, actually. E takes d4. E takes d4, of course. Knight c2. Probably king e4, I assume. Yeah, king e4. Knight b4. I think this is probably a draw, but maybe the computer can win this somehow. King f5, knight d3. h4. Actually, my gut instinct is this is probably winning somehow for white. I'm not convinced that this is a draw. I think there's probably a Zugzwang somewhere in here for white. h5, knight c2. King e4. Yeah, I think there's gonna be some kind of weird Zugzwang here. Knight b4. King e5, but now there's just knight d3, right? No, it goes knight c2 back. Knight c5. Knight b4, but now h6 might be winning. Knight e4. What is a Zugzwang? Zugzwang is when there's when neither side wants to move. King f5. Knight e3. Yeah, this is looking like a draw. Probably a draw. King g5. I assume knight c4. No, king g5, king f7. King h6. King g8. Knight d6. Again, I don't know why I didn't go knight f5. I think knight f5, knight d4 is just a dead draw, but the king g5. King g8. King f6. King f8. No, it's bot versus bot. It's just two bots. It's the Hikaru bot and the Mittens bot that are playing each other. Knight d5 check. King e6. Knight c7. King d7. Knight f6 instead of knight d6. I don't know which move you mean. Knight to b5. Knight to c5. Knight to a3. Wait, isn't HikaruBot gonna beat Mittens? This looks winning to me now. Knight c2. No, this must be winning for white, right? d5. Knight b4. King d6. This, I don't know if this is actually winning, but knight to e6. h6. Knight c7. Assume king d8. King d8. Not sure this is actually winning. King c5. Yeah, this is winning, right? Knight to d3. King to b6. King to d7. Knight takes a6, and now this must be winning for white. King d6. Knight to c7. Knight to b4. King to b7. Knight to d3. I assume it's winning, but I'm not 100% sure. So king to b8. Knight to c5, and now I think king c8 is Zugzwang, right? Knight to e6 is also Zugzwang, maybe. Knight d7 check. King to c8. Knight to f6. a6. Knight takes d5. a7. Yeah, HikaruBot wins this game. King takes e6, and now king b7, and it should be winning, right? Yep. Knight to f6 makes the queen. King to f7. It's doing what I can't do well. HikaruBot is much better than I actually am. Shock. That's a big shock, isn't it? But I actually want to take a look at this afterwards, because I'm kind of curious about this end game. Now I finish. Yeah, now I take over and now I finish it. Right, exactly. Good one. Good one. Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. Queen d2. Knight to d7. Queen takes h6. Knight to f6. Yeah, so HikaruBot is better than Mittens, it would appear. That's what it appears like. e6. h6. Into e5. h7. Knight takes h7. Queen takes h7, and king d4. Let's see, how this must be what, like mate in 10. King c6. King to e3. Mate in 8, really? Queen f5. King d2. Queen to e4. King c3. Queen to e2. King to d4. King d5. King d5. I feel like there should have been a quicker mate, but maybe there isn't. Queen e4. Wow. King to d7. Will this break a million views? You never know. King c5. King to c7, and now queen to e7 check. King b8. King to b6, I guess. No, king c6 apparently. Now it's mate in 1. king to c8. Now queen to f8 checkmate. All right, let me take a look at this game because I love the comment that it gives. Actually, I need to actually beat it because like the comment from Mittens is what, how you cheat, I mean meow, he. I want to take a look at this game. Let me click on the analysis though. This was an interesting game. No, this game there's definitely a lot to be learned. There's a lot to be learned from this game. All right, let me see. So what is it? I mean, like the whole game is pretty stable, nothing super exciting, but we get this end game. And this endgame is apparently +1 for white. Really? Wow. This endgame is apparently very, very good for white. Huh. It says +1.12. I'm very surprised. Actually, I'll make the board a little bit smaller so you guys can get the bar as well. So. Kind of surprising to me. Yeah, it says +1.12. So this is apparently winning. Here, +1. So how did Mittens lose this then? Knight c2 maybe is still drawing, and now it's lost. But this is still a transposition. Even king g7, like this, king g7, h6, king f8, king f6 transposes to the game, I believe. Okay, so it goes king g8. Or wait, no, the pawn stays on h5, not h7. So basically king g7 is maybe saving. Knight b7, knight c4. So you have to go h6, king f8. I guess this is a draw. This looks like it's a draw. Looks like it's probably a draw here. Huh. So it actually king g8 loses the game. King g8 and then the rest, yeah, and then it's just over. The bar just keeps getting higher and higher. And it's just lost. So it's so actually it's an interesting end game. If I click on the review, let's see what the accuracy is. Accuracy is 88.9 versus 85.3. Now this is something I also don't understand, is why the accuracy is so low. Like this is terrible accuracy. 88.9 versus 85.3, which is just, yeah, not very good.